Hi guys, it's Harvey from All Parts Pool and Spa. Today we're going to talk about sta-rite. Everybody knows I'm big on sta-rite. And I got a phone call on I forget, all the SRs are basically the same, especially in the electrical system. He had a blower problem, and the board was telling him AFS. Alright, so right away he went for this vacuum sensor, okay? Anyway, he tried to jump it out and figured, well, if he jumped it out, it would turn on the blower. Well, this vacuum switch, air switch, has two functions depending on what the board is telling it. And that's why I always tell you guys, never bypass any safety systems. All right? This vacuum switch or air switch, whatever you want to call it, has two functions. Normally it's open when the vacuum is created by the blower. It closes the switch, which signals to the board. But at first the board wants to see an open switch. So if you bypass this switch right away, it's going to see a malfunction. It's still going to say AFS. So if you want to diagnose your blower, keep in mind you want to work in this electrical panel. And this electrical panel is hot. It contains either 240 or 120 and 24 volts. All these terminals, this is your hot leg. These are your normal 24s. And this, depending on your voltage, is either hot or neutral. All right, we're supposed to be. Depends how the man wired it. So you always want to go to a meter. But like I said a couple of YouTubes ago, if you think it's a blower, all right, don't bypass any safeties. On the fan wall, F1 and F2. F1 supposed to, and all these wires are marked. F1 normally goes from the hot side of your terminal board right into the fan wall that says F1. F2 usually goes right from F2 to your blower. So you can do two things. You can leave F1 on and turn it on and see if the fan wall is giving power to the blower. So you want to check terminal F2 to ground or common for voltage. And that voltage at that point will be 120 volts. It doesn't matter if it's a 240 volt system. You're only going to see 110 volts at this point to this blower. All right? Well, make that clear. So if you're 240 volts, oh, I got a bad fan wall because I'm seeing only 124 volts. The other voltages are down here. Or down there, I'm pretty sure they're down here. Over here is the other plug-in. I could be wrong. I have to look at a fan wall. It's been about 4 months since I looked at a fan wall. I should be able to do this stuff in my sleep. But anyway, to determine if it's a blower, what I would do is make sure your power is off. And again, I will go to meters I like that I'll send you a link to. You want to make sure that this section has, where the whole blower unit is totally off, has no power. And what I would do is jump F1 and F2, the wires together, completing the circuit to that particular blower, and the blower should turn on. Now, not saying this blower's not turning on because of other problems. You gotta make sure your grounds and the wiring is good, but that's for another YouTube. Okay, I'm just trying to get you close because this guy bypassed this switch right here, frigging he could force the blower on. Again, do not ever bypass any safeties. The safeties are there for a reason, and this particular safety is normally open and then normally closed, depending how many seconds that board determines that it should get a drawer vacuum. All right. In some ways, this sta-rite heater is a little smart. Okay, so that switch right there will get to you. All right. So anyway, I know I'm rambling. Hopefully, that was a little helpful tip from Harvey All Parts. I will send you a link to. In fact, I'll show you. I really do like this meter. I really do like the meter, and I'll just show you real quick. I'll send you a link to it. I really do like this amp probe. It's decent. If you're gonna do any work, you want to get yourself a halfway decent amp probe. The reason why I like clamp-on amp probes, because I'm lazy. I don't like. There's the cheaper ones that just stab on. You know, you have to physically hold it. Well, usually I like sitting there and checking amperages, so I like clipping on my wire and standing there with both my hands where they need to be, just in case there is a problem. I really don't want to be holding on a meter and the meter's just dangling, or I'm checking amperages and I'm doing something else to try to create a fault and seeing if my amperages do spike or anything. So that's why I like to clamp on meters. I personally like to clamp on meters. Just for that reason, they hold themselves. Alright guys, I am Harvey from All Parts Pool and Spa. Hopefully that was a little helpful tip. Take care.